Hi everyone, welcome back. Now in today's video I'm going to be doing the concrete block work. Now we're going to pour some limecrete into there and I'll explain shortly the process of that. So we're going to head inside and I want to tell you something about the weight of that granite sink. Yeah, it really did surprise me, but let's get set up and we'll talk about that in a moment. So here's the plan. We've laid out our block work as seen in the last video. What I plan to do is take this block out. We need to have a gap here to allow the wire to go through, or the bar, sorry, and the limecrete to join up this pier with the back support and then continue it through this way. So that's coming out. Oh, they don't get no lighter. I've got a block here, been previously cut. Let's see whether it ties in okay. Yeah, that's okay. Got a nice channel through there. That bar lays into those grooves there. I've done some calculations and it really did surprise me. The weight of the sink is over 500 pounds. So that's about 250 kilo. Yeah, I thought it was putting up a bit of a fight. Yeah, I've worked out the volume and the density of the granite and everything, and it comes out at 500 pounds. Now I was kind of being on the conservative side and thinking, you know, don't want to be too sort of dramatic, say 300 pounds, you know, around that sort of mark. But no, it's 500 pounds, maybe a little bit more. Been on the cautious side slightly, so this has got to be really strong, and it is going to be really strong. It's going to be fit for purpose. Now the worktop height is going to come out at about 900, which is the standard height for a worktop. So it's going to come in level just above the top of the sink. Bought something for the sink once it's installed. I know, jumping the gun a bit, but if I don't get these things, I never see them again. I've never seen one like this before, and let me show you what it is. So now let's use our imagination here. This is all fitted in nicely, and it's a drainer. Come out of a French house, ancient old French house, and you just do not see these anymore, not in one piece for sure. It's got a lip on the base that just overhangs onto there, so anything, you know, that you store here will drip off and then down and away. So what we need to do now is get another course on the bottom here, maybe a little bit of dressing of the block work again. Well, one of the blocks just fell and cracked, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to take this apart. Wasn't happy with that setup. Oh, spot on. Before I do the pour, I need to make an exit hole through this block for the water waste away. We've got a bit of adjustment on our U-bend as well. It's an adjustable sleeve, so we're okay with that. Now what we've got here is 40mm and we've got a 67mm hole. So if I left that in there and then cast in the limecrete and it's set, I won't be able to adjust it about. So what I need to do is put something through there, a can. So we pour it in. Just before it starts going off, we'll move this about and then we'll pull this out, and then we've got our opening, and then that way, once we put this back through, we've got a bit more tolerance and play and movement. Now we're going to insert this rebar through this section here, just below the piers. Whew, that's thirsty, hot work. Let's head on inside. Time for a cuppa and check in on those naughty cats. That's better. Time for another mix. I'm just going to leave the final height for this pour below the surface, because what we will be doing is another layer on top of just like a softer mortar with none of the gravel chippings in there, so I can level off the sink. So we'll allow for that. Put a little bit of a key in it as well. There are any gaps in the block work, like here, what we'll simply do is just pop that in front of it. Use something like this. Bit of weight against it, and once we pour from above, as it just starts to go off, we'll simply remove it. That'll be cast then. The same will go for this chip here. We'll just put shuttering or something around there, poured from the top, and then it will just fill that up. That is getting really warm out there now. We're up into the 90s. Yeah, we've got some real hot weather coming, 37 degrees I think, which is, well, must be getting close to 100, not quite sure. Now don't forget to join me in the next video. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. And we'll go over some really handy tips and knowledge, background knowledge into why you should use lime maybe in your building. Okay, that is it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye for now.